Hi, I'm Abhishek, and right now I'm with Kashvi. She is a second year student at Masters of Arts History and from South Campus. And today's in this video, we will look into the deep dive of how is this program at South Campus is actually all about, and what's the experience. And if you are planning to come to South Campus for your Masters in History, what are the things that you wanted to know and you should know? So, hi Kashvi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. I have my exam in a few days, so I'm a little stressed, but otherwise very good.
So can you tell me in a very brief note, like how is your 2 years of your Masters of History program went? Like how was your experience? Like in short, you can say.
So, if we are talking about South Campus, it is very beautiful, and I had 1 year of my classes in North Campus, but the first year was in South Campus, and it's a very beautiful campus. We have all the facilities here. The library is amazing, and overall, the faculty of the department is also very good. So I really enjoyed being here.
Okay, so how is attendance issue? Like, is there any kind of situation like in masters?
Okay, so the attendance thing depends on professor to professor. In masters, generally professors don't want to take attendance, but some professors who actually want you to attend class and they sometimes mark you on your presence in class. So that's when attendance matters. Otherwise, attendance is not really mandatory.
And like people are like very confused about this college and campus versus thing. So because South Campus is a campus, and because if you want to get admission, there are a list of colleges as well. So please clear this concept of college versus campus, because many people are like so confused. Those who are not from DU especially, they are not getting this fact, like what is this campus all thing.
Right. So I also have to explain it to people around me. The difference between, they always ask me which college I'm enrolled in. So actually, I'm not enrolled in any college. I am enrolled in the South Campus itself, and all the classes take place in the South Campus or in the North Campus. So there are some colleges in North and there are some colleges in South Campus. So even if you are enrolled in any college in South Campus, for example, Venkateshwar College or LSR, that is only for administrative purpose. So you can use the library or the other facilities or the hostel of the college that you are enrolled in, but your classes will only take place here. So if my admission is in South Campus, I can use the South Campus library and I can use any facilities that South Campus is giving me, but I cannot go to a particular college like Venki to use their facilities. But if, for example, somebody is enrolled in Venkateshwar, they can use the library or the hostels of Venkateshwar College, but their classes will take place in South Campus only. The classes do not take place in colleges. Classes take place in the campus itself, but you pay your fees to the college and you can use their facilities. And for example, your admin work like your admit card signing or your I-card, or all these things your college will provide, but your classes will take place here. And the best part about being enrolled in a college is that you can use the facilities of the college as well as the campus. The fee of the college is slightly high because of this factor, but it gives you a dual advantage. But the fee of South Campus or the North Campus department itself is slightly lower than the college comparatively. But it's because you are getting more facilities.
Yeah, that's great. So I hope the conclusion is clear. The department is like a whole new concept. The college is just for the administrative work. If you will get into South Campus department, your classes will take in South Campus department only. Or like if you are getting enrolled in any of the colleges or department of the North Campus, so the classes will take place in the department only. So I guess everything's clear. And next, coming to the point, like what are the subjects? Like how is the difficulty level of masters in history? Because people from other background as well, their graduation background is different, but they wanted to pursue into art because of the other aspirations like competitive exams as well. So they switch into the history and political science as well. So can you tell me the difficulty level and how is the core like concepts and like papers and all these things?
Okay. So, somebody who is coming from a new background, I have classmates who have come from mathematics or ball science background. It could be slightly difficult for them because we are following a certain pattern from undergraduate. My undergraduate was in history only. So, we have to write 4 long answers, and now the pattern under NEP has changed, but you have to write some kind of long answers, and the pattern had always been the same. So, there would be slightly difficult to understand how to write the answers, but if you take the right guidance from your professors or from your classmates, it's not very difficult. You just have to prepare certain topics from your syllabus, certain units from your syllabus, and you can write an answer based on that. You just have to focus on your reading or the particular suggested readings that your professor has mentioned in class. And the paper is not supposed to be very difficult. In the end, you only have to write 4 answers. And the people, especially from humanities background, who have shifted to history from any other subject, they will be easily able to understand. And the people who are coming from science or mathematics background, even it's not very difficult for them to understand. You just have to write certain number of answers, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages, how many you like, and that's the end of it. So it's not very difficult, I would say. So if you are planning to switch to history by any chance, don't be afraid, and you can take the.
I mean, it's doable.
Yes, definitely.
And what about like professors are like they really teach you well in the classes, or you have to take side support like YouTube and like other tools to prepare yourself for the examination, and like how to prepare for the exam, like do they come from the PYQs only, or is it easy to pass, or like you have to do a lot of work for the same?
So as far as taking side help goes, it depends on person to person. Some professors are very slow and they teach everything in a detailed manner. So maybe for their papers, you don't need to take any help. But if you want to understand the background of a thing before going into the historiography of a particular topic, you can take side help. But if you focus on the reading, some readings for history can be very tough, and sometimes it fries your brain, but it's completely fine. If you take some help, then it's not very difficult to pass, and professors usually don't prefer to fail you. So getting failed is not an issue as long as you do your internals properly, because your internals cannot be repeated. Your exams can be repeated. You can give a re of your exam then in the next semester, and you can give a re of your exam, but internals are very important. So focus on your internals. And as far as the exam goes, you already prepare 1 or 2 questions for the exam during the course of your semester, through assignments or through tests. So in the end, you only have to prepare 1 or 2 answers. And PYQs, yes, definitely go to PYQs, because in the ambit of history, there are only so many questions professors can ask. So the questions will ultimately always be repeated. The language may change, but definitely refer to your PYQs. It's very important.
So, Kansu, tell me, how is the environment at classes in masters? Because at undergrad it was so fun, and it is so fun for maximum people. But like the people who are coming from out of Delhi, they expect the same from the masters as well, because they are not aware. So, can you tell me the difference? How is the college life at masters as compared to undergraduate?
So if you are coming with a certain expectation to masters, you probably might want to lower expectations, because in masters, especially in north and south campus, both, you have very big batches. So if you find a right group, yes, you can come daily and meet them. But if you are expecting that you would come for classes and then meet your friends and everything, so that would be a little bit difficult, because you get divided into subjects or papers of your choice. So you might not be able to see your friends every day. And from my experience, we have not met very frequently, and planning outings and everything, that was not very frequent. But it doesn't mean that you cannot find the right group of friends for yourself and plan these things. You can definitely have fun, but maybe not through college.
I mean, I guess like the people those who are in masters, I guess they are more mature and they are more into like preparation phase and something, because as far as I recall my undergrad phase, I really enjoyed a lot. Like every day was a fun day.
Yes.
But when coming to the masters, it's like everyone is busy in their own life, and sometimes it gets so mean as well, so that you can feel left out as well. So what's your take on this?
When you are in undergrad, you are very young. And when you are young, you have the time to enjoy your life. But when you've come to masters, you're already turning 22, 23, 24. So you start having that particular focus on your career, which is also very important. But that does not mean you can't have fun. So yes, focus on your career, that happens. And I also have interacted with very less friends, because everybody is either looking to pursue PhD or going for competitive exams. But that doesn't mean that you can't form groups and go out and have fun, because that is equally important in your life. So don't make the mistake that I did. and go out and have fun even in your masters, because after this you don't get a buffer. I considered masters like a buffer for in my life before I start getting serious, and I enjoyed it to a certain extent. But I would also say that focus on your studies and your future, but do have fun. Don't stop having fun.
And like one more confusion is like among most of the people out there, like the North Campus versus South Campus, the all-time battle is from North and South. So can you tell me, because you have studied like I guess in your course there's a 1 year program in South Campus if you are enrolled in South Campus, and in second year you guys go to North Campus for your classes as well. So you might shift to North Campus as well because people shift. So like those who are like new to this Delhi University and like just figuring out which is the best campus, and can you tell me what's your take on North Campus? What's the best in North Campus, or what good in South Campus? Like people are usually confused between these two campuses. They think that North is better and South is not that much better. So can bust the myth and tell the honestly what's the
Okay. So my UG was from North Campus itself. I was in Kirorimal College, and I'll tell you, both campuses have their charm. And North Campus is considered prestigious because it has some very good colleges like Hansraj Hindu and KMC, Stephens. But it does not mean that South Campus is not equally reputed. You have very good colleges here. You have LSR, you have Venkateshwar College, and these are like extremely reputed colleges with very good facilities. So first of all, there is no competition between North and South. So I would like to bust this myth that you do not need to choose between North, or you do not North and South, and you do not need to be very sad if you don't get North Campus, because I personally was very sad when I didn't get into North Campus, because for the past 3-4 years all I had known was North Campus. But when I came to South Campus, I realized that this is equally good or maybe much better, because if I'm talking personally, the South Campus itself, the Department of History, it is very beautiful. And the library, of course, the central library here, I believe personally is better than the North Campus library. This might be an unpopular opinion, but but it's true on my behalf, and this is what many of my professors also told me. So facility-wise, South Campus is slightly better, and it's a bigger campus. It encompasses different departments. For the North Campus, the Faculty of Social Science is different, and it just has the department for social science, and the other faculties are at different. But the North Campus is definitely bigger. You will get to go to Kamla Nagar Market there. You have Vijayanagar. You have Hudson Lane. In South Campus, you have Satyaniketan. You have the department itself, and both campus equally have their charm. And I would definitely recommend not to have any rivalry, because if you are getting into the Department of History, there is a specialization in your second year. Because of that specialization, classes take place only in one campus. And since most of the professors are in North Campus and most of the strength is in North Campus, classes take place in North Campus. So in your second year, you have to be with your fellow classmates from North Campus only. So do not start that rivalry. Do not have that rivalry, because in the end, it's just one whole batch. You are a complete batch of 500, 600 people, and you are going to go through the same things in your second year. So don't let that come between you. And in some ways, like our freshers and farewell happened in North Campus because the auditorium there was bigger. So yes, facility-wise, some things are better in South Campus, some things are better in North Campus. So you have to strike a balance between both the campuses.
Okay, cool. So, pursue history, masters in history. What career advice would you like to give to them? Like just briefly, like because people are just confused. Like, is there any other career opportunity apart from UPSC and civil services or professorship, or it's just like only these things are revolving around master students?
So personally, the scope that I have seen is divided between these two things only. Either people are going for civil service examinations or they are trying to pursue their PhD. But if you are really interested, there are a lot of very interesting courses, and you can apply for scholarships and for admissions abroad also. And a lot of people are getting very good letter of recommendations from their professors. They are going abroad to study, and they are pursuing good fellowship programs there. So do not limit yourself. My personal knowledge is not very expansive about this, but definitely there are a lot of career options. Like one of my friends was interning at ASI, which is a very great opportunity. And I personally interned at a research organization, and they gave me an opportunity to work on the creation and the history of the constitution. So maybe you can go further into research in a think tank like organization, and do not limit yourself to these two options only. If you look hard enough, or maybe you don't even have to look hard enough, you'll find a lot of good options that suit your needs and your expectations and your choice.
Okay, thank you so much, Karthik, for your time, and you really explained everything in detail. And I hope this will clear the maximum doubts of all the students who are trying to come into South Campus for their master's in history. Thank you so much.
I'm glad I could help. Thank you.